Magnar, and welcome back to Magnar Plays Magnar Mod. In the last episode we finished moving our main attack force over to Iberia and have now come to the Sezatani capital, or Kezatani, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, and yeah, they haven't got much of a garrison there, and our force is much stronger, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Nonetheless, we have the superior missile units with lots of skirmishers, and I don't really want to hamper them with rain. The Kezatani also have some slingers, but I don't expect them to be doing much for long. So I'm going to wait till it's dried out a little bit. Fog? Actually, Fog might be really good because they've got slingers which are more long-ranged missiles, and we've got skirmishers which have more short-ranged missile fire. So Fog, I think, will help with that. So I'm going to start deploying an attack with the Fog. Also just shows that I don't only ever attack in the dry. Okay, I learnt my lesson from the last siege, well, for the siege against Medellin, in Serbe's capital, where I sent my Triari up first, and the Triari have smaller shields than the other Roman units, so I'm not going to make that mistake again, because my Triari got up to the top of the ladder and then were promptly defeated. Okay, so I'm going to send these to these two Circi at the front, and I'll send the Principe units around the back if there's an access point, and there is. Excellent. So they will stay probably even hidden here, and then I'll send them around the back once the enemy has seen that we've got our army here, and yeah, that should make light work. I've got a couple of slingers as well. I forgot that this was the army that I split it up a bit. So those slingers are probably going to be pretty useless, unfortunately. Well, as are the cavalry. The cavalry won't be doing much. I'll probably put them near the entrance we'll try to take, which will be here. So I'm going to have them in a position where they can just charge up there, but I'll hide them as well. Because when these guys come up the wall, I'm going to try to just go straight for here, and then I'm sure all the enemy will run to their cap point, and I'll just have to hold them off there with the Principe units. May even take two of them. That's the plan. Simple, but hopefully effective. Alrighty, let's get started. Yeah, so I'm going to land either side of the wall. Oh, no, that's not a good idea, is it? I'm just going to land on the right. I don't want to land... I want to land on the right because if I land here, I open the right flank to all this missile fire, and I'll probably lose a unit because of it, so I don't want to do that. Instead, I'll come around to this side here where the right isn't flanked by a wall. And over here, the left is flanked by a wall, but that's still protected by the shield largely, so that's fine. Now I'll send up these slingers to just draw some of the fire while the Principes attack. And now that they've seen all my armies, and I can see theirs pretty much as well, these guys can come out of hiding.
Cut them down. Jupiter gives us strength. Attack their position. Missiles ready and waiting. Attack for roll.
Okay, slingers are just going to pester them for a little bit. If they're lucky, they might kill one or two. Don't expect much. Okay, that doesn't look too nice for us, getting pelted with javelins by the Hithazira here. The language we've used for the Iberians is Basque, the Basque language. I know it's not in any way related to Iberia, but using Latin was equally as incorrect. We don't actually know how to actually use the Iberians' native language.
At your service. Advance!
Ooh, damn. I think I'll have to go over here and take this, take these towers so they don't fire at us anymore. So just take them out of action by charging over there.
Sons of Mars!
Okay, one army's up. Time to send in the Hastati. Yeah, this Linen Legion is doing much better than the Triari did in the previous siege. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be first up that ladder. They got absolutely pelted with javelins, although only 2 of them died, but still. Getting pelted with javelins does not sound like a very nice thing to have to experience. Okay, how are we going over here? Almost at the wall. I may now focus on these guys, get them to rout rather quickly if I can. It's just the fact that I can send missiles to them should be enough to reduce their morale. Enough to make them run away, but I don't expect to do too many casualties. Now I'm sure they've got more men. I'm dead certain of it, but I don't know where they are. They're not over here. Oh no, they're trying to climb up the ladder. That's not going to happen. Let's go check out the combat a little bit. You'll notice that this unit doesn't have so many Montefortinos, but most of the Sokia units and also Romans have majoritively Montefortino. They were the main helmet in that era, mostly due to their ease of construction and relatively cheap to make, still with decent protection. So they kind of surpassed the other types of helmets used by the Italics, such as the Italic Corinthian and Attic helmet, although the Attic helmet was still used in this period, but yeah, just not as popular as the Montefortino. Now we've got a Hastati here, we can move them up as well, they can join in the fun. Now one thing which I still have to fix, as you can see, these Montefortino don't all have feathers on the top of their helmets. And some of them have black feathers, some of them have one feather for some reason. I didn't really think about it when I first made them. And the Hastati pretty much all had 3 feathers, well, not just the Hastati, the Principes and Triari as well, all had 3 feathers of black or purple. That's if you believe what Polybius had to say about it. Okay, they're still hanging around. They haven't all retreated yet. Okay, they're up. They can charge straight for the center, and the other one can go cover the tower up here. Okay, something's happening over here. Okay, they got some tribesmen coming on the flank. These guys came from their boat. They decided to sort of flank, so I think a few volleys of skirmish javelins should take care of them. Unless they do the same. Okay, they don't want to fire. That's fine. Principes it is.
Quick march! At the double! Quick march! Levies! As you command! Missile infantry!
Starting to lag a little bit. That's not good. Maybe it's the fog which causes a bit of a lag.
As you command!
Okay, here we go. Here come the javelins and absolutely destroying them.
Fire on the enemy!
Yep, didn't stand a chance against that onslaught of javelins, but I don't want them to fire too many. It's too many to waste on one small unit.
Commander! Commander!
Okay, I started up the ladder.
Double time! Rope at the double! For glory! Ready and waiting!
They're all shattered. Anyone else wants to come and join in? Here's their main army. Ooh, I'm sending these guys into certain death unless they get some support. So they may need a little help, but I'll just send these ones to back it up because I'm sure that'll be a long fight until I get some support over there. The Iberians should be able to hold out.
Happy to serve, Rove!
Get the cavalry inside now. Now I've got to... Can maybe flank them here. Well, probably not, but still. Maybe I'll come around to here, around this side for the other Principe unit. Because the one I just sent in here doesn't seem to be getting flanked, so that's good news. Unless they change their mind and decide to flank shortly.
Double time! Advance at speed!
Oh, there's a bit of a lag spike there. That's not good. I'll just zoom out a bit. Get rid of that lag. Yeah, I didn't have... It must be the fog that's causing the lag, or maybe it's just this map. Possibly even the water. I didn't have lag in the last siege that I did. So I could have just been lucky. Charge!
Brave Romans to a man! Principe!
Okay, these guys are exhausted. I don't think I want to use them, but what about these guys? Don't have much of a choice when they're all exhausted. Except to maybe send the cavalry up there. Okay, these Principes are making short work of the lightly armed Iberian units in there. Well, not too short work.
Yours to command! Take aim! Principes! At your service!
Okay, so they're firing upon my cavalry.
Principes!
Doesn't look like the Principes are going to get much of a rest. They're going to have to charge straight in. Latini Principes, that is, not the citizen Principes. Because they're getting fired at this by this tower, so I might just take the tower.
Yours to command. Riders,
Keep fighting there.
Up down.
Okay, another one's shattered. Yeah, again, they've all got all just light units, so they're not really putting up much of a fight, unfortunately.
Engage! Sons of Mars! Swift and accurate.
And with light armed units, maybe I can just do a quick little charge into the back and take care of everything. Finish it off in one foul swoop.
We await your
Just got to get away a bit. I think it's lagging a little because I'm too close. Can even use the strategic view if it wants to work. Okay, I got to hold my hand on it. Yeah, nice and pretty much useless. At least I can see the whole map. It's like looking at a big mini map. So figure that. And okay. Doesn't look like there was many Roman deaths here. It looks like it was all the casualties were on the Iberian side. So the army is relatively intact. 21 losses. That's nothing. And they also had terrible morale, so they all retreated at about 50%, even less than 50% casualties. I guess that's what happens when you only have a garrison and you're outnumbered significantly. Unfortunately, there's no way to mod the battle AI. All we can do is do some, mechanics and physics and some priorities and stuff, but nothing to do with pathfinding or how it defends. So can't really change much about that.
we hunger for battle.
Yeah, get another edict. So where to use the edict? 4 provinces in Magna Graecia or up here? Well, I think I've got public order up there, fine, and down here it's also fine, so it's about money, I guess, and I will do that down here. Tax rate, commerce. Yeah, tax rate. Great. Cool. Yeah, so I'll wrap up this episode there, and in the next one I will continue the assault on Iberia. I may even have to come down to Arce here and deal with them before I move on to the rest of Tarconensis. I don't want to leave this city at my back, otherwise they might decide to do something. So I will catch you in the next episode.